I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Arians, October is quite a lovely month. The big news this month is that we have Jupiter that is going to be doing its annual transit on the 11th. More about that later. Let's have a look as to how the month is broken down for you. On the 5th, we have a full moon that is there in your own house. That's your first house, Aries, and this is all about you. It's a time where you're going to be having a realization and some amount of acknowledgement, acceptance of how far you've come in life, the journey ahead, the goal ahead, the decisions that you need to be taking in order to be getting there. So a lot of focus on not just inside onto the work that has been happening inside, whether it has been spiritual growth or it has been an emotional growth. This growth for you, Aries, also has to do a lot on the superficial level. A lot of you could be going for a complete wardrobe change. Some of you could be just getting your hair styled differently, and some of you could be quite conscious as to how it is that you're projecting yourself, how it is that people are perceiving you, how is it that the world at large perceives you. So it's a time, it's a wonderful opportunity not just to change things about you that may be bothering you. This also has to do with emotional patterns. This has to do with the way that you deal with people. Try not to, because this is all about you, try not to get into infantile tantrums and try not to sort of keep saying throughout this month, what about me, and why is it that I'm not getting what I deserve. The idea of this full moon also is its culmination, its acceptance, its acknowledgement. Something is coming to an end. Often it has to do with, it should rather have to do with an acceptance of yourself, about yourself, of who you are and what is it that you're capable of, and be content with that. On the 11th, we have the beautiful, mighty Jupiter. He's also known as the sky of God and Zeus, and he's the giver, he's the expander. There's nothing really negative, I would say, that one can really talk about Jupiter as a planet, barring the fact that yes, he does tend to exaggerate. So barring that, he is absolutely the giver. He is somebody who comes and you can benefit a lot from his presence. And for you, it's moving into your house of joint finances and resources. It's also a house of sexuality, intimacy and transformation. And Jupiter is going to be here till about 8th of November 2018. Now Jupiter over here is it's going to be making you a little relaxed about power sharing. So if earlier on there has been a kind of a strain between you, your partner, or even a business partner with whom you may have collaborated, the sense of, this is what I'm bringing on the table and what is it that you are bringing on the table, the value that you get, the money, who gets how much of share. During this cycle, there's not going to be that much of a strife as far as sharing of resources is concerned, and you are going to be less sensitive about who gives what and who gets what on the table. However, for those of you who are maybe struggling for a loan, or maybe you're trying to renegotiate better EMIs, it's a wonderful time because there will be more opportunities. Jupiter literally opens up the doors for you. So during this phase, you'll find that maybe earlier, if you were trying to maybe negotiate with a bank, or you were trying to negotiate a certain percentage for a business loan, you'll find that maybe if one door had earlier shut for you, there could be like 3 or 4 other doors that will open up for you. Also, this is a time of accumulating of wealth as well, and also a time to sort of look at your financial books and do a pro and a con and see how much do I have, how much do I need to be saving, how much of it needs to get spent. And also because Jupiter is there, and this is a house of money and inheritance and taxes as well, it's likely that you could benefit from an inheritance or bonus, maybe something that comes to you legally, something that is owed to you. Also, this is a house of sexual intimacy. So, besides, of course, the normal thing of that there could be more opportunities for you if you're single. I think in a deeper, in a committed relationship, it's a wonderful time to be deepening your bond with your partner. If there have been issues as far as your sexuality is concerned, it's a wonderful time to be going out and seeking a therapist. Very importantly, this is a house of transformation. So the inner sifting, the change that needs to be done, something that you could have been struggling, maybe it's a certain conditioning that you have had since you were really young as far as money is concerned, or how wealth needs to be shared, how you need to be sharing yourself with your partner. All of that can be changed during this entire year. On the 15th, we have Venus that is moving into Venus loves this house. She also rules it. It's a house of marriage and partnership, both business and personal. So Venus is going to come and smoothen out the relationship. It's going to make things generally very easy and very cooperative, very soft. What you need to be doing over here is that if you are about to embark on a new entrepreneurship, and if you have been looking for a business partner, normally relationships and business partnerships that are entered during a time when Venus comes into transit, they normally last for a very long time because they're generally very conducive. Both the partners are in perfect harmony. On the 18th, we have Mercury that is moving into the same house where Jupiter is, the house of shared resources. And Mercury is all about reasoning, logic, communication, interaction, and practical decision making. And Mercury over here, it is going to make your conversations, discussions, negotiations very straightforward. You're not going to be having the time to really go around the bush and say, okay, let's figure out what is happening. But Mercury is going to be assisting you to be really articulate and have your really thoughts out over here, and you will be able to analyze a situation or even a person quite well, and you will be able to speak your mind quite clearly. You're not going to be afraid to really voice out what you think. On the 19th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of relationships, both personal and professional as well. This indicates maybe a new partnership, maybe a new job also in certain cases. For those of you who are single, this also speaks about a new love. Maybe you start dating someone whom you're really attracted to, and it could lead to something more deeper. On the 23rd, we have Mars that is also moving into this house of relationships, and both personal and professional. So the house of joint finances and resources, and the house of that is your love relationships and your marriage, it is really lit up this month. Now Mars, of course, while it gives you a lot of courage, it gives you that adrenaline rush, and you're able to sort of feel very energetic, but it can also make you quite aggressive. So try and be very careful about what you're saying. Try to think before, and especially if you're not ready, please don't sort of get all taken in and go and propose and then regret the next day or have maybe second thoughts. So try and keep impulse and bait. Don't rush into something that you've not really thought through, and this is not something maybe that you really want to do. So think about that, give it some thought, and also during this time, don't sweep confrontations or controversies under the carpet, Aries, and just thinking I'll deal with it later. Try and sort of deal with if there's a slight altercation, if there is a misunderstanding, or the chances of that misunderstanding brewing into something bigger, don't sort of quickly push it under the carpet. On the 23rd, we have Sun that is moving into your house of joint finances, and the Sun over here is coming and focusing a light on your intimate relationships, Aries. It's saying, it's nice to have a comfort in a relationship, and it's nice to be able to, be yourself, vegetate, do maybe nothing, but it's also a little worrying if you take your partner too much for granted. So this month, try and sort of towards end of the month, roll up your sleeves a little bit, make an effort, Maybe just go out for a movie if you haven't done for the longest without the rest of the extended family, your kids and parents and whoever, but just do this alone with your partner. Spend some quality time with your partner. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Aries. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.